QQQ down almost 5%. VTI, the total U.S. market, down 4.5% and dropping. Vanguard Total World Index, VT, down 3.5%. Russell 2000, small caps, bro, down 6% plus. If you look at the market today, you're going to see nothing but a sea of red. The only green, I suspect, is in bonds because yields are collapsing, anticipation of weak economics in the future. It's not good, guys. It's not good. And I'm here to tell you, it could actually get a heck of a lot worse. So if you've been a recent investor over the past 5 years, you've basically seen nothing but green. Yeah, we had our little, kind of weak bear market in 2022. But the index didn't really collapse. There wasn't really a calamity. And overall, times have been very good. If you started investing in 2020, you've done extremely well. I mean, as long as you held, didn't day trade like a moron. But we've never really, especially in my generation, and this includes me, we've never experienced a real market collapse. The only time the market really collapsed and there was widespread panic was in 2008, at least in the last 2 decades. 2008 was an absolute catastrophe because of the real estate bubble caused by the United States, which basically destroyed the world. Good job, America. But most of us, especially if you're like a millennial, I mean, you lived through the great financial crisis, the Great Recession, but you didn't actually experience a lot of the pain unless you're like a really older millennial. I was in college. I was a sophomore in college, I believe, when the crisis really hit rock bottom. But it was a bad time if you were a stock investor. And I suspect there was a lot of capitulation. So we bring it forward to today. How bad is it right now? How disastrous are these tariffs going to be? And how bad do you think people are going to get destroyed? Well, personally, I believe this is only just the beginning of the collapse. I think U.S. stocks are in a bubble. I've been saying this for the past 5 freaking years. I've seen nothing but clownery, degeneracy, and absolute stupidity in the U.S. stock market. And you don't need any further examples than looking at Tesla stock and at Bitcoin and at the massive retail investment into the stock market. When retail is all in and is extremely bullish and everybody's making millions, supposedly, it's complete BS. There's probably a bubble going on, okay? I think we're there. Now, obviously, the sell-off is kind of a knee-jerk reaction because Trump has levied huge tariffs against the rest of the world, at a minimum of 10%, but in some cases, a lot worse. And the golden age of America getting cheap goods from the rest of the world might be coming to an end. And the market isn't ready for this. The market wasn't expecting this, okay? The market was thinking Trump was full of crap. And it may prove that he still is. We'll see. Apparently, Trump was not joking. These tariffs are brutal. There is going to be a massive, massive increase in the cost of goods coming into the United States. You spoiled fat Americans with your cheap goods made by slave labor around the world. That age might be coming to an end. Your taxes just massively increased. There is so much uncertainty, so many threats with China, with Russia, with Iran. There is going to be a lot of volatility. Now, the crisis hasn't even happened yet, okay? Trump hasn't even started the tariffs. He announced them. I think they're coming in. They're going to start coming in the next couple of days. The tariffs haven't even started yet. The recession isn't even here yet. What do you think's going to happen if we actually do go into a recession? Stocks are going to collapse, okay? And here's the funny thing. If you look at the market's performance over the last year, we're still up. I mean, I think every single ETF, if you look at it a year past, not year to date, but a year back, is still up. And already you're seeing absolute catastrophic panic amongst retail investors. Isn't that funny? That retail is losing their minds. They're panicking because the market is down year to date, but it's still up on the year. Most of you are probably in the freaking red. I know it. I freaking know it. Okay? And y'all don't know how to handle this. I'm here to tell you, it could get a lot worse. This is what makes money in the stock market. It's times like these that you make money in the stock market. Because as a long-term investor, and you just look at the history of the market and you use some common sense about the future, there's always going to be wild times. There's always going to be market corrections and market crashes. That's the nature of markets. If you think you can just buy the SPY and get 12% returns every year and it's no volatility and it's risk-free, you're delusional. You're a clown. And people have taken that to an extreme where they're not even just buying the index, they're buying individual stocks because they want to beat the index. And I've been telling you for the past 5 years, that is a recipe for disaster, because when bad times strike, you're going to get exterminated in these individual stocks. So I think it's going to get a lot worse. Personally, that's what I think. And I'm kind of hoping it does, because we need to flesh out all the scum. We need to flesh out all the degeneracy. We need to, really correct the bubble that's in U.S. stocks, in my personal opinion. I think it's a massive bubble. I think it's a clown bubble. And once we wash out all the filth, all the garbage, all the degeneracy, we get back to like kind of a normal market that isn't just full of clowns and vertical lines and crypto and garbage. I think it'll be a better time for everybody. So you need to brace yourselves, okay? Trump may bust you out and roll back these tariffs. I don't freaking know, okay? But if he doesn't, I think it's going to get bad. I think it's going to get nasty. And when your portfolio sink another 20, 30%, you need to come crawling back to me and apologizing. Because I've experienced nothing but hate buying VT, which, oh, by the way, has outperformed all your stupid stocks this year. I've experienced nothing but hate. Understand that this is how money is made. You DCA, you hold your favorite index, you never sell it, and you divide your money between short and long-term needs. If you need money in the short term, it should be in short-term treasuries or in a savings account. If you need money in the long run, 20, 30, 40 years, you put it in freaking stocks. It's not a complicated formula. But a lot of you have been putting all your money into stocks, and you're just seeing it as like short-term money. And that's not the perspective that you should be in. If you have truly embraced like what it means to be a long-term investor, you shouldn't be concerned about this, okay? This is a blip. It's nonsense. It's garbage, okay? So anyway, brace yourselves. I think it's going to get a lot nastier. I hear a lot of you are like buying the dip. Buying the dip doesn't always freaking work, okay? For the past couple of years, it's worked. Oh, buy the dip, and it just vertical lines after. It might not happen this time. And the one time it doesn't happen, you're going to get freaking wrecked. And then you're going to panic and sell at a freaking loss, okay? So stick to your DCA plan. DCA into your 401k. DCA into your IRA. Hold. Think of it as a long-term investment. Don't even freaking watch it. Just let it ride. And you will be fine, okay? So let me know your thoughts. Do you guys think it's going to get a lot worse? I personally think it is. Personally, okay? If Trump caves, if he caves with these tariffs, I'm going to be extremely disappointed, because I respect somebody that has convictions and actually sticks to their plan and doesn't bussy out at short-term market volatility. But he might crack. He might crack. We'll see. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Am I being a doomsayer here because your stupid little stocks that you bought because they went up are selling off a lot? Or do you think I'm talking some logic? Like, subscribe, check out the pinned comment, book a tax consultation. We got taxes due by April 15th. Even if you're filing an extension, your taxes are still due. You still must make a payment if taxes are due. So book a consultation with me. We can calculate an extension for you, and then I can file your taxes when you're ready. Talk to you later.